As we prefaced earlier, just 2 races into the 2024 campaign, but you can find yourself behind, get off to that slow start, and for the next few races, you got to play catch up. Then if you hit another obstacle, you're even further and further behind. Alexis, I'll defer to you here on the first. After 2 races, is there a driver of note that we should be concerned about?
I mean, I look at 33rd place right now. That's Joey Logano.
Yep.
You know, he is somebody who had 1 win last season. So, you know, he did have a win that propelled him into, I believe it was this race last year, that propelled him into the playoffs for 2023. But not a lot of winning going on with that team. And then to find yourself in a crash at Daytona, and then, you know, who knows where this is going to end up in a couple days when NASCAR comes out with their penalty report for the web gloves that they found him in use of, which,
wow.
I mean, just blows my mind, honestly, when you think about it. But that's something that could potentially drop him even further down than 33rd.
You went down that rabbit hole,
I did.
so let's go there for a little bit. Brad Gilley, she's talking about webbed gloves, and this is not the new Spider-Man movie that's coming out. So
No.
What's going on? I know you and I talked about this last night after the race.
Yeah. By the way, apparently this is not necessarily a new thing that they've been doing. It's just something that they were caught with, and when they altered the glove, they effectively altered the safety rating of the glove. But obviously NASCAR hammered them pretty hard. The penalty, they gave that yesterday on track. Now, whether there's a monetary fine or something else coming up, we'll have to wait and see. Joey got really lucky, by the way, because that caution did come out early in the race and he needed to make that pass-through penalty. But, they talk about every single advantage you can get. And it's hard to look at a team that won the pole for the Daytona 500, then qualified on the outside pole the very next week, and then look at something like that and say, okay, it doesn't help. Now, does it help very minimally? Do I think it would have affected a top 5 qualifying spot? I don't know. I'm not an aerodynamicist, but obviously it mattered to them because they've done it, and now it is going to matter to them because they got caught doing it as well.
I'm not going to segue to our next guest talking about infractions because I like this man. He's always been really good to me, Kyle Petty, and we're not going to put Ray Evernham on the spot by asking him, what do you think about webbed gloves? I just think that would be unseemingly of us.
Hold on. Ray. So let's put this in 2 categories because I think Brad brought it up and did. They got him for the web gloves, but it was for altering and changing the safety rating.
Right.
So it's going to fall under that safety category. It's not going to fall over speed enhancement category, and that's where Ray goes in. Ray comes into the speed enhancement category. Never safety. Ray built safe race cars, and safety was foremost on his mind. I will say that. But he had that category down pat. There.
Ray Evernham, are you going to take issue with what Kyle Petty said there at all?
No, I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yes, please do.
You always got to look out for your driver, there's times that I probably had to say to the driver and say, hey, look, this may be a little bit sketchy. Are you okay with it? But no, you always look after the driver first and then worry about the speed. It's as the crew chief, one of the things you learn quickly is that you are responsible for that man's safety. And I always took that pretty serious.